Welcome back to Keep Expecting Miracles. I am Ilissa,
And I'm Jessica.
and we're back with another episode. Apparently, it's our 69th episode.
Woohoo! Cue the celebration.
Bah, bah,
Pop the
bah,
champagne.
bah. Yeah. Bah, 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 bah. Air horns.
Yes. Release.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
69. You were saying earlier that 69 is significant in spirituality for what?
Mhm.
What?
It's the one hand feeding the other. It's the yin, it's the yang, it's the infinity, things going around in a circle. It's reminds me of my tattoo. I don't know if you can really see it all that well, but it's the yin and yang.
Hmm.
It's the Pisces fish. It's a full circle moment, really. But
Mm.
my favorite part about it is it's one end feeding the other.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah, so welcome to episode number 69.
ay, ay, ay. And that is why we have so many seasons, because to be what we're like a year and a half years old. Keep expecting miracles is a year and a half years old, and we're already on season 4.
Yeah, yeah. The way that we have, divided up our episodes, yeah.
Hmm.
It's to even think about, because of course we've taken hiatus, we've taken a break, but just the fact that we have remained consistent too is a blessing. So
Hmm.
we're not at episode 369, but we're at episode 69, and that's just as significant because
It really is.
we've been doing it for more than a year.
Yeah.
More than a year, which is crazy.
Hmm.
It's so crazy, but we this episode we're coming to you after we recorded our interview with Sister Yaya, which was amazing. I loved meeting with her. I felt so encouraged and empowered after meeting with her and energized. I didn't
Hmm.
want to stop the interview. Obviously, we can't sit up here and talk for 3 hours. So it was a good, not a good. It was a great conversation, and hopefully we can do it again with her soon. But we were discussing the mother wound, which is a topic that's not so magical, but actually there's hidden magic behind it. It's not usually seen as or considered like a happy subject.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I thought it was a great episode.
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was fabulous. It was, I keep bringing up that it was the perfect amount of time because we got deep enough. It wasn't, didn't give off like, oh, this might go over people's heads. It didn't give that at all. It was very succinct, straight to the point, and just she explains everything in such a profound way, but also like meets us where we are,
Hmm.
where it's like, okay, I can understand exactly what you said, but how in the world did that just come out your mouth so
Right,
eloquently? That's what
right,
I'm thinking. Like the whole time listening to her, I'm like, how did you do that with these words?"
right. But it's not only eloquently; it's like with theatrics.
Yes,
The
that
way
part
she
too.
speaks, like her tone of voice and her cadence and her rhythm, it's
Mhm.
it's it's very much giving theater kid. I have to ask her that. Was she
Yeah,
was she in the
true.
theater? Because her voice, her tone of voice is, you can tell she's speaking with her true tone and
Hmm.
rhythm. That's why the information that she delivers resonates so well with us, because you could tell that her voice is in alignment with her being.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I just have to make sure people know, if you're wondering what true tone even means, go back to season 1, and we have a whole episode about the voice, the power of our voice. And we talk about where we even got that type of verbiage from,
Hmm.
and how to use that voice. Jaden had my son, for those of you who don't know, he has been practicing using his chest voice, which is the the true voice.
Mhm. Mhm.
Versus like the way that he talks to me versus the way he talks to other people. He's like, yeah,
Mhm.
mom, I just, I use my real voice. I speak from my chest. And it's
Mm.
amplified. It
Yeah.
makes you stop and
Mhm.
listen.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's so funny that he's playing with that. But
Yeah, that's
yeah, you're right about her
really good.
rhythm. She has a certain rhythm that makes her speech captivating.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, you automatically listen to what she's saying because
Hmm.
it's goes up and down, and then she enunciates, at the right word, syllable in the word. I'm like, what are you doing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's just how she speaks, which
Hmm.
is I wonder if she's been in the theater, if she even sings. She probably does. She probably is a singer.
Yeah, yeah,
She
yeah.
has to have some other type of, gift or training that has to do with her voice, because there's no way that she doesn't, like, you're just walking around here with that voice.
Hmm.
But yeah, the episode was really good because for me, even though we planned this episode, that is specifically what we um asked her to come here to talk about with us. The subject of mother wound, when I first learned about it years ago, has like a shadow over it. It's like it has a negative undertone. It has a lot of shame around it. It's just like, oh, I have a mother wound, or that's a mother wound, or
Hmm.
they have a mother wound. And so it's just like, okay, but how do we heal?
Hmm.
Like, why is it so negative? Why does it have so much shame? And I think she talked about it. We talked about it because it does come with blaming, and no, you don't want to be out of relationship with your mother.
Hmm.
And if there's not some type of, I mean, everybody's relationship varies in different, on different levels with their mother, but to suddenly have awareness that your patterns or your decision making or your behaviors come from a certain place, you do hold resentment. You can hold resentment, and so it's like, okay, I have a mother wound, so now what?
Yeah.
People, there's one book that I found on it that's I can't even think of the author right now. I can't think of her name, but I didn't read the book. I bought the book, but I didn't read it. It's like a workbook slash book, but it was no real, to me, substantial encouragement, even as
Hmm.
to, you can heal this.
Mm.
So it
Okay.
to me, the subject was kind of, is shadow work, obviously, but
Yeah.
it just has a negative connotation.
Yeah, yeah, it does. When I don't know, when I first heard about it, learned about it, or was even told that I have one, I was in disbelief because I'm like, I love my mom. Like, what do you mean? Mother
Hmm.
wound. And so I like that through the questioning in that episode, Cecilia was able to bring up that this is also ancestral.
Hmm.
So then I, once I mean, I actually had to learn that on my own before even meeting Sister Yaya.
Hmm.
And that's when I was like, oh, this is what can look like.
Hmm.
This is what this means. Of course, there's all different types of mother wounds. There's all different types, and which is why it is shadow work, because you have to go into, okay, how is this affecting me? Where is this wound?
Right.
Um, where can I find it?
Right.
And it will bring up stuff that you don't want to face, hence the
Hmm.
point of the shadow work. But I love that she was able to hit those different points of, okay, if it's close to you, is if the mother wound is close to you in your generation, if the mother wound is a little further back.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm. Well, and it, or like I think we talked about it being all having all three too. Like,
Yes.
how do you even,
Hmm.
because when you first learn of a mother wound, you can only think, because it's mother, so you only think of the immediate closeness.
Yeah.
And as a mother, now that I am a mother, I could see how it can be extremely hurtful. You don't want to be the reason that your anybody, let alone your child,
Hmm.
has issues. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix this light. Has issues in their life. And so to even bring that up or have it be a part of your conversation or your healing methods, I'm very open with my family members about, you know, the things that I find, know, discover.
Hmm.
And I feel like that particular topic is a little bit more, taboo, because you say that and then there's all these, there's just like defensiveness that can come up.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
because I mean, we're both mothers. We
Hmm.
know what it's like to, to be a mom. Sometimes you're the good guy, sometimes you're the bad guy. Sometimes you're just
Hmm.
trying to survive.
Right.
And that's what the
Right.
mother wound helps you understand. It allows you to look at your family line and look at these people who happen to be mothers, who just so happen to create life,
Right.
and look at their choices. What was the hand that they were dealt with,
Right.
and how what did they do with that hand, basically,
Right.
you know?
Right.
So it's not, um it's definitely not something that we take lightly, or that we have approached lightly.
Hmm.
I love that you have, discussed things with your family members.
Hmm.
So it's not always easy to be open like that.
No, yeah, it's not easy. And the a main issue is when you are open, when you're just now finding things out or discovering something or learning something, you don't have necessarily the language,
Hmm.
and so you're sharing something as you're learning it. There's all these open-ended questions,
Yeah.
um and so it's her explaining, basically defining it, assessing it, like how do you even know if you have it, and just explaining how there is an encouragement in even being aware of it in the first place.
Hmm.
Like, this is an
Hmm.
opportunity for healing, an opportunity for growth, and doing that's why it's so important to do ancestral work, to do family tree work. I'm somebody who loves family tree. I have Doing family tree work and then doing ancestral work are two different things. And so when you put those on top of one another, or you marry those together, you can truly see, like, oh, this is where this comes from. Like, it's
Yes.
energetic, like she was saying. It's
Yeah.
an energy that gets passed down. It's not necessarily a behavior that
Hmm.
your mother only is doing.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm so glad that you talked about, and what you just said, ancestral work and family tree work being two different things. Because there was a time when I'm like, oh, I gotta look at my family tree, gotta put it all together. And now I'm like, this feels so much deeper. And it's because I'm working on the spiritual end as well as on the other end,
Yeah.
um, of the more surface level. What are their names? Where were they born? All
Yes.
those things. But I wanted to ask you, I think for our listeners, it would serve a good purpose, um, for us to touch on, like, what has been one of the best ways that you have approached your mother wound, which approached your, once you recognized it, healing it, moving toward a healing space. Has it been just to talk about it?
Yes and no. Zooming out, I think because I'm not having conversations every day with my mom about it, it's zooming out and knowing that it's bigger than just me and her.
Mhm.
Knowing that it's because then it was like, okay, well, now my grandma's the one that's responsible for this behavior.
Mhm.
But then, like I said in the episode, like going to her 100th birthday and even before attending the birthday party, asking questions about how she was mothered in the first place,
Wow.
finding out the conditions in which they lived in Panama, finding out the rules, the society, the constraints, the colorism, the racism, everything that is
Mhm.
around colonialism at the time of her mothering 8 children.
Wow.
It gives you a sense of compassion
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
empathy. And so, and just learning, I think the most beneficial thing is learning the stories,
Yeah.
learning how somebody reared children, learning how they grew up, learning even if it's just one piece of information, because we don't have a lot of details, but it's talking to other family members that were possibly alive when your great grandmother was alive. Like my mom has a first cousin that he's much older than her, but he was a little boy. He remembers sitting with my great grandmother on the porch
Mhm.
because that's his grandmother. And so just talking to him about what she was like to him, and as you know, when you open up a conversation, the information will just flow out. People will just start
Yeah.
saying stuff, and you're just like, what? Like, and it's all information. So it is having conversations. It is being bold enough to have conversations and
Mhm.
asking questions, but it's also knowing that you can have empathy.
Mhm.
It gives you compassion to put the pieces together.
Mhm.
I think that's been the number one thing is just having compassion, because now it has nothing to even do with my own mother. Like it's a mother wound, but it's not all about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
And
can
what about
agree with
you?
I mean, I agree with that as well. I feel like I go back and forth between both family lines. Um, I'm someone that really likes to be on the lighter and the happier side of things, and let's keep the mood light. Like, well, we don't have to bring things up. It's okay. And so it has, let's see. I guess the more the side of the mother wound work that I have been able to get into has been, okay, tracking my own behavior as a woman in this world, right? I see, oh, this kind of veered me in a place where I don't really want to be. I actually don't really want to be like this. But why am I like this? Oh, because my mom is was is like this, right? I saw this type of behavior, and so that's how I know how to behave. Okay, but why is she like that? Oh, it's because of this mother, her mother. And then just going back and back and back and back, and um which is why I brought up, like, looking then at the women in our lives, great grandmothers, great grandmothers. Learning their stories is helpful, but and listening and looking at them like they're humans, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First, looking
Mm-hmm.
at them as if they are our friends without the pressure of having to raise someone,
Mm-hmm.
having compassion for them, having
Mm-hmm.
compassion for their stories. It's actually, I could say where I am now is that it helped me have compassion for myself, because I'm
Mm.
very, very hard on myself.
Mm.
And, I can be very self defeating, but
Mm-hmm.
look, that's another
Mm-hmm.
habit that has come
Yeah.
down the line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? And
Yeah.
it's just constantly asking why, checking myself, and then checking, like, oh, that's where this came from. Oh, so I can actually release this.
Yeah,
I don't need to hold on to this anymore.
absolutely.
That is what my research has allowed me to do, where I'm no longer villainizing what I feel are some of the worst parts of myself or the
Yes,
more unflattering parts of myself. Um, just because I now see where they came from. Maybe not the root, but I see how it's traveled down to me and how I've become who I am.
right, right.
So,
Yeah, yeah. It's good work. It's definitely shadow work at its finest.
mhm. It
It's
is.
shadow work at its finest, and it puts a new lens on being a mother. Period. Like it wasn't even until I became a mother of more than one child that I even thought about my grandmother, great grandmother.
Mm,
There's multiple layers to humanizing somebody, but becoming a mother puts you in a force field where you are being propelled to heal. There's
mhm.
nothing that you can there's no other you have I feel like I have no other choice.
Yeah.
I feel like I have no other choice. And for
Yeah.
me, I mean, I thought that because when we decided to have Alina, decided to have baby Donnie, so we were quote unquote ready. I felt very highly equipped to raise children.
Mhm.
Being a therapist, of children, being a nurse, like I felt like I could offer my child mental support, which I can, but
Mhm.
it's being able to identify things and assess things, and I am equipped, but it's not until it actually happened where you're just like, oh shoot, this is a whole nother thing. Like, now I see why people were asking me if I had kids when I was a therapist, and I'm like, no, I don't have kids, but because you really have to be in it holds a
Yeah.
mirror up to yourself. You're in, like, you're being propelled to heal things that you didn't even know was wrong.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
So I'm very blessed. I thank God for my children and for this calling that is motherhood that's been placed on my life,
Yeah.
and the fact that I am able to be in the presence of other mothers, other people healing, other people
Mhm.
recognizing that they have this too, and that it's actually a opportunity to create another life.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm grateful for it as well. Anybody that has known me since I was a child would know that I never wanted to become a mom. But I didn't do anything to avoid it.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
it's I didn't see I didn't see that for myself. I didn't know what that would look like for me.
Mhm.
All I know, I told Jaden the other day, I was listening to a book, and the main character of the book, when her daughter was born, she said, "I'll never be alone again." And I was like, those are the exact words that I said when I found out I was pregnant with him. I was
Mm.
like, and so luckily, he was with me, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Jaden, listen." And I played it for him. But I was like, those
Yeah.
are the same words. I was so happy. I said, "I will never be alone again."
Mhm.
And then I'm
Mhm.
like, but first of all, why did I feel alone? That's a whole other thing. Like, that's the other thing. And
Yeah.
I would definitely say that I wasn't ready for the trip that it was going to send me on. But I know, like, I wouldn't be where I am now or who I am now, or even have the reverence for my mother, my aunts, my grandmothers
Mhm.
without ever having been put in this position.
Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I
So
100% agree.
it is divine
Um,
work.
yeah, it is. It is. It's, I people that don't have any children, they that's a whole category of healing on its own. But obviously, sometimes it's a choice, and sometimes it's not a choice to not have
Hmm.
children. But um, I always thought that it would be way easier to not have children, to
Hmm.
live your life, which obviously there's obvious reasons why I would say that, but spiritually, in terms of healing, I think that it causes people to become so aware and level up themselves in so many different ways that it's something that is easy. It's not easy, but the healing comes like that.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because even think about it, even somebody that's not, and I might just be going off on a tangent, but somebody that might not have all the spiritual tools or have the conversations or access to, spiritual healing, even being an advocate, using your voice, that you have somebody else that you're responsible for. You know that you have to keep them safe. You know that you have to provide them with things that you know, food, shelter, water. You have to
Hmm.
give them a fighting chance in life. So you're going to automatically step up to the plate.
Yeah.
It causes people to, okay, once I had my child, I knew I had to do this. So I just did it. Once I
Hmm.
had my child, I found my voice. Once I had my child, like people continue to say it over and over again. Children, being a parent, being a mom, it puts you in a whole nother category of life. And it's more than just raising them.
Oh yeah. It's a whole initiation.
Yes, girl.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
there's like nothing else to say with with that.
Hmm.
Um and I could even say, like, even for those who have children that whom they did not birth, still the process of raising, caring for,
Hmm.
you still go through very similar initiation. You still
Hmm.
have to face these, what I would consider, gates
Hmm.
of, oh my goodness, why am I reacting like this?
Hmm.
Oh my goodness, why did I just say that? Oh my,
Hmm.
like,
Absolutely.
w- is this supposed to be done like this? Should I have said it like the kid? There are other questions. There are a lot of other questions. So,
Yeah. Yeah. But if you guys have not already listened to the episode that we're referring to, it is the one right before this one. It's
mhm.
the Mother Room with Sister Yaya. It came out April 12th. No,
uh,
13th. April
mhm,
13th.
mhm.
Yes. So go back and listen to it. It's a great episode. We will continue to talk about mother wounds, healing work, ancestral work more throughout our, time. And we'll definitely have Sister Yaya back. So that was good stuff. But we're going to move on to the next segment. I said what I said, which we talk about manifestation success stories. We talk about what we want to manifest, what's currently manifesting, what we have manifested, other people's stories, what's inspiring to us. So today we are talking about our own manifestation success, which is this podcast.
Mhm,
The fact that we are recording the 69th episode of this podcast is a manifestation success.
mhm,
Like
mhm,
it is, we manifested this. Jessica and I literally were planning a podcast for 2 years straight,
mhm.
talking about a podcast for 2 years before we even hit record.
Yeah.
Can you
Yeah,
believe that?
I know. And it's not easy. It's definitely been a um what is it, looking in the mirror kind of thing, looking in the public mirror too, and us having listeners that, come back and tell us things. Like, we did ask for that. We were
Mhm.
like, please, like, reach them.
Yes.
Um, so it is. I am having a hard time believing that it's episode number 69.
Yeah,
That I'm like, damn, that sounds like a lot of work to me.
I know.
And so it doesn't feel like it hasn't been hard.
Mm-mm.
Which
Mm-mm.
the only thing was really for me getting used to talking about stuff like this
Mhm.
out loud
Yeah, yeah,
for other people to hear.
I know. I know. I kind of sometimes I record stuff and then I just forget. And
Mhm.
unless I go back and listen to the episode, which I do most of the time, but like I don't even remember what I was saying.
Yeah.
I have to go back when people tell me I'm like, "Oh yeah, we did talk about
Yes.
that." Or even when I meet somebody new, which is obviously happening, where it's going to be happening for both of us because we moved to new cities, and then they
Mhm.
discover that we have podcasts and they listen to it, and I'm like, tell me in real time what they think. I'm like, ooh, yeah, and I like
That feels so weird.
it
It feels
does,
so weird. It's
it does.
very strange.
I know it
Very
is
strange. Like,
strange.
how do you oh, right, I do have that out in the public domain. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. I mean, because it is personal stuff, and it feels like we are just talking. Jessica and I, talk at any time of the day, any day. So it is a continuation of our
Mhm.
conversations,
Mhm.
which is why we even started the podcast to begin with, because we knew we would be on the phone. Like, other people need to hear this. We need to put it in a like podcasting is so much better than writing a book, which I'm sure we'll get there one day, but like this is just out there for people to hear and relate to and go back to over and over again. So yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those things where you just got to do it. You just got to do it. You got to try it. You got to see, when you have something in your head like, should we try this? Should we do it? Okay, well, how do we do it well? How do you do it well? And
Mm-hmm.
you just do it.
Just do it.
Just
You
like
just do it.
Nike.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
just do it. I was telling Jessica that podcasting, it's so many different avenues that can be opened up to you. You can use it as a way to get a book deal. You can use it as a avenue to be getting to acting, get into hosting, obviously making money, getting picked up by a network. There's so many different lanes, and there's so many different reasons why people have podcasts,
Mhm.
and it is a way to create and share your work.
Mhm.
There's so many different types of podcasts too that you wouldn't even think of, that you can write a whole play and then turn it into a podcast,
Yeah. Yes.
you
Yes. Yes.
know? So,
Which I love listening to those myself, like store. I mean, because then they read kind of like audio books, but like more
mhm,
entertaining. But
mhm,
um, I also really, really like that we initially just said, well, let's just do it. Let's just
mhm,
try it and see how it goes.
mhm,
Let's see how far we get. And every season it's like, okay, you still good? You still want to move forward with this? Are we still going,
mhm,
And I
mhm,
think that's something that people shouldn't be afraid of, because I find that is sometimes a fear of mine, where it's like, should I even move forward with this? Because do I want to commit to it? I don't know. But
mhm,
all you got to do is commit to the next thing, commit
mhm,
to that next action, then
mhm.
commit to the next, you don't have to put this pressure on yourself and lock yourself in
Right.
to whatever it is that you want to do, because that's how manifestation works. You got to make room for the energy to bloom.
Yes.
It's We just plant the seed and watch it grow.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I definitely would agree, because there's so many other things that we have committed ourselves to, and but this is something that we want to do. This
Hmm.
is something that we know is necessary, that is actually helping other people. It's symbiotic, it's helping us, and it is fun.
Hmm.
Um, being creative and coming up with content, or just being vulnerable and speaking off the cuff sometimes, like it's fun. It's
Yeah, and
fun.
we've been able to meet like cool people.
Yeah, I
People we would
know.
have never met had we
Still to
not.
this day, I cannot believe that Sarah said yes to us.
Girl, Sister Yaya would have just been one of my herbal teachers. That's all she would have been, like, oh yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
That's all she would have been.
Like we met Sarah through on the first time
Hmm.
through this, through the TV, like through this.
But
Like
and you see, even it's just an act of faith. It's like
yeah.
that act of faith begat more faith.
Mhm.
But it's
Mhm.
because we took that action to say, okay, let's start this. Okay, let's ask this person if they'd like to talk to us on camera. Okay, they say yeah. Okay, like wow, and they want to do it again. Okay, and then who? It's just miraculous.
It's miraculous because of how I even found Sarah's Instagram number one.
Hmm.
Then I was like, I'm reading her bio. I'm reading that she has a book coming out. With the book is about. I'm like, oh my gosh, she needs to be on our podcast. Like, then not even knowing that that was gonna open us up to the whole hoodoo world. Then
Yes,
the Sinners movie comes out.
yes,
I'm just like, okay, now we're opened up to a whole new realm that never even existed.
right, right.
Never existed in my realm.
Hmm.
Never.
Hmm.
More people to interview
Hmm.
if we get the courage to ask. Like
Hmm.
more, just like what?
Even more, it's helped me um actually learn God more because delving into hoodoo, delving into, for me, I think that was also around the times of delving into the Orishas and learning more about creation.
Right.
And I'm just
Right.
like, wow.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you created Sarah and she got these gifts.
Hmm.
What? This came out of your mind? Like
I
the book,
know. So
it's
gifted.
yeah, it's keeping aside from her family being part of our childhood,
Hmm.
and the nostalgia of that. She herself as a person stands alone, stands
Right.
on her own pillar,
Exactly.
separate from them.
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm just like, you know what? We're literally when she told us, I was messaging her one day and she was just like, yeah, your episode comes up when she Googles Sankofa shadow work. I'm like, what? Google,
It does
like
what now?
obviously when it's the name of the title, it's the name of her book, it's in the hashtags, but you don't even think about like when somebody's doing research
Hmm.
that they could possibly be looking at it or will be referencing the two interviews that we've done. Like
Yeah.
it's so it's so mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So
Hmm.
and you, I mean, you already know how I am because I'm highly intuitive. I see connections. And so I see ripple effects. Like I
Hmm.
see like once we do something or once something is done by me or you or us, like I can see like a connection afterwards. I'm like, there's been so many ripples that I know she can even probably attest to. That's why I wanted to ask Sister Yaya, like, what has come out of you doing this interview with us? Because I know there's something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that was pretty special to hear too. It's like they're blessing us and we're blessing them.
Hey, that's the 69. One hand feeding the other.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah. So I'm very, very happy. But let's get on to the next segment, which is I got a nerve for that.
Mhm.
We need to, like, can we have somebody write us a jingle for that little segment
Right?
transition, please?
Produce it and send it over.
Right. Yes, I'm gonna do a herbal card pull from the Anima Mundi, the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. This is our favorite deck, and it's worked well this season. It's something that
Girl,
Jessica
amazing.
and I have easily turned to because it's on
Mhm.
point every single time.
Every time.
So we're happy about that.
As you're shuffling it, I just have to say how lavender has shown itself to me in such a comforting way. Like it's been like a hammock. Um, I used it on my womb as a massage. Lavender essential oil,
Mhm,
just in some shea butter,
mhm,
and massage my womb with it. And the relaxing part of the lavender, right? The relaxing essence,
mhm,
um, relaxed me, while I was in some pain.
mhm.
And then as I am unpacked, because I still got boxes, y'all. Okay. I know I moved a few months ago. I'm still unpacking boxes. Girl, the box I unpacked. Guess what? Anima Mundi card. Or what is it? Or what's the name of the deck that you're shuffling right now?
The Herbal Astrology Oracle.
Thank you.
Mhm,
One of
mhm.
those cards comes out. It is lavender.
Oh,
I was like,
wow.
okay.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So I just pulled card number one,
Oh, nice.
Calendula,
Oh, yay.
Purity.
Wow.
It's
And we're
such a,
both wearing yellow. We are
oh,
calendula
yeah.
Oshun today. Wow.
Yes, calendula. Let's see.
That's so nice.
I know it is. I love, you already know how I feel about calendula. Herbs of the sun. Calendula officinalis. Upright, it means innocence, childlike joy, humility, purity, new beginnings, trusting in life, and vitality. So, calendula resembles the sun, a radiant bright yellow or orange flower. It grows easily and spreads its joyful self across gardens, symbolizing the gesture of universal abundance. Solar herbs are those that neutralize poison and air in the recuperation of vital forces. Calendula's gentle and abundant power reminds us of the realms of light. To be allowed entry within these angelic realms requires childlike innocence and humility. Don't allow pain from the past to disable your ability to dream a new life.
Mm,
Calendula represents the pure impulse to create, vitality, and creativity needed to step into a new journey. The
hmm
radiance of calendula is a superconductor. Be very aware and selective with your intentions when using her energy within a ritual, as she greatly amplifies your intentions. Oh, I love that.
I have to say, what came to mind as you were reading that is we talked about the mother wounds and how we've approached it ourselves, and we have this whole episode. The previous episode was Sister Yaya, and one thing that calendula card touches on is the ability to. It's not rewrite, but it's write new. You can write your own story,
Mhm,
like Sister Yaya said, that the half the battle is knowing that you got it,
mhm,
and
mhm,
now, okay, there are solutions, and then you can write your own story. You can release, let things go, and move forward in your very own way. You don't have to
absolutely.
be plagued by what happened in the past,
Mhm.
no matter how far past it was.
Yeah, yeah. Same. I would say the same. Don't allow pain from the past to disable your ability to dream a new life. I feel like she said that exactly. Like
Yeah.
the great part of knowing is also the ability to have a new path, create a new path, dream a new path.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this represents creativity and vitality is exactly what we're talking about. Is a vital life force that's needed to continue to manifest, to create. It's a beautiful. I First of all, the fact that I have no calendula in my house right now. I have calendula seeds, but the fact that I have no calendula in my house right now is crazy because I
Oh.
absolutely love it. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to get some calendula, or I should just plant the seeds that I have. But
Yeah.
it's also, I wanted to read, it's traditionally used to treat viruses. It was used in the 19th century by physicians to treat stomach ulcers, viruses, liver issues, and skin infections because it is an astringent and anti inflammatory. It is also used externally to treat burns, bruises, and wounds to help stop bleeding. Like, we already know the healing powers of calendula for your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And baby Donnie today, I have like some calendula baby oil.
Mm-hmm.
He was squirting it all out on the floor today. I was
Oh
like,
no.
put more calendula back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh my goodness. I love
Remember
calendula.
you was asking me what I was taking when I was like, yeah, I found out I got the flu. I got the kids' medicine. Excuse me. I didn't mean to. What a good time to cough.
Mhm.
Still recovering, tail end stuff. You were like, what are you taking? Like, don't you need to go to the doctor? Don't you need to get medicine too? And yeah. So I was actually taking calendula. I was taking it's a syrup that I made with elderberry and calendula together.
Okay. Okay.
But
See, you was
it's
just take
so
you was
good.
just saying elderberry.
I was. And because I was taking so many things. I look, calendula is what I use for my foot soaks, which I
Mhm.
should do one tonight. Um, I use calendula as that. But remember, I spent 30 days with calendula, getting to know her
Mhm.
and the things that she told me, and was just like, just like, I will always be there for you. I just use it as it's a go-to. I just recommended it to someone yesterday, a
Mm.
former teacher of mine actually. She was It just came up as the herb that I'm like, everyone, it's a gut healing herb. It's helpful for many different things.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I love that about it so much, and it really takes care of us.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a herbal hug. I love
Mhm.
calendula. Love it. Love it. I know we've talked about it before on this podcast, so people, if you've listened, if you're an OG listener, you know that we have, because we have, right?
Yeah,
I feel like we have.
I'm pretty sure we
Yeah,
did,
I
like,
feel like we have featured calendula before, but
in a different way. Mhm.
it just makes you smile, and it's
Yeah.
just like, oh my goodness, I love
Like, it's like sunflower is.
it. Yes, yeah, it makes you smile, and it just smells so good, and very comforting, very very soothing.
Yeah, and it's when I make the what is it? I make the scalp oil too. My Which I haven't made it in a long time, and I really need to. Because the actions that it has for the skin, especially when your hair is pulled too tight, amazing. Like, it does, really soothes. Um but the skin salve that I have, it smells so sweet. And
Mhm.
all I did was make it with beeswax
Mhm.
with the calendula,
Mhm.
and I'm like, why does it smell so sweet? Because
Mhm.
it's bitter,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it can show itself in so many different ways.
Yeah. Yeah. So we would encourage you guys to try some calendula if you ever come across it. Don't be afraid, because it's a wonderful herb. But so also too, we are wrapping up this season. This is the last episode of season 4.
Hmm.
We thought it would be fitting since it is number 69, and we will be taking a break and be coming back in June, releasing new episodes, because we're doing podcasts the way we want to. Always say that all the time. We're doing podcasting the way that we want to, and it is this is like the 11th episode of the season. So
Yeah.
it's like, okay,
Yeah.
um, let's go ahead and take a break.
Hmm.
So, because it gives us the opportunity to recharge, play on that creativity piece so that we can come up with new content. It allows us to live our lives so that we can have content. And I'm all about making sleep money, like putting something out, producing it, and then I would just love to one day be like making thousands of dollars off of something that I made 2 years ago. Like I just love that. The thought of that. Like, oh, I'm not even working it. I'm not even doing that anymore. And
Yeah.
not doing it, but I'm not even working that hard for that and I'm making money off of it. Like
Hmm.
I love that idea. You don't have to be working around the calendar
Yeah.
for something to be impactful. So we are wrapping up our season. We'll be back though in June, but that leads us into our last segment, which is witchy shit. And um, it's a serendipitous moment. It's a story that I have from today, actually, because Jessica and I, we were last night. We had I guess, a producer meeting, a creator meeting. I don't even know what you want
We
to call it,
did.
but we do have business meetings,
Hmm.
talking about not only the content but just the podcast in general, the direction, the planning. Like we said, if we are gonna continue, so it is very serious conversation. You do have to be honest. You have to be reflective. You have to, um, tell the truth. So, because at the end of the day, this requires energy. This requires money. It requires collaboration from our family members to support us. There's a lot of, moving parts and pieces. And so you really have to sit with yourself, like Jessica said, like, we don't have to commit to the next 5 years, but we are committing to what the next step is.
Hmm.
And so today, so we had the conversation, we, made our plan for what's to come for the show. And today I was in line at the store and it was this old, I mean, I live in a town that's very white and old. It's a retiree town. So there's always an old white lady. And so I have to choose whether or not I want to I choose whether or not I want to engage, on some level with them because
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I don't know what your thought process is. And most of the time they're engaging with the kids, and so that she started off by doing that, and so she was like, I don't have little kids at home. I have a cat, and Jessica knows me. I'm not a cat person. For some reason, people that have cats and love cats always want to tell me their stories about their cats. For what? I don't know. So I have to act like I'm, listening,
Hmm.
um, and engaged. She's standing behind me. The lady is checking me out. Like I'm being checked out and she's standing behind me. So I have to wait.
Oh,
Like I can't
sweetie.
even leave. You
Wow.
know.
I didn't know that part. I thought you were just waiting
Yes.
in line.
No. I'm up
That's
at the register.
crazier.
The lady is checking, taking her time, swiping all the things. So
Wow.
this lady is talking to me. And I'm
Okay.
like, okay, lady, all right. So she's telling me about how her cat is a blessing and how they have, seniors for seniors. You can adopt a senior cat if you're a senior and it's only $25. And she's such a blessing because her
Oh.
cat died and blah, 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 blah. And
Hmm.
the cat, the cat, the cat, the cat, the cat. She's just like, it just makes me so happy. I'm so grateful for my cat. I'm like, that's really good. She was like, I found this business card a long time ago and I found it somewhere and I put it on my refrigerator. I keep it on my refrigerator and it says, expect miracles. I was like, oh, really? She's like, I just really believe that that's true. You have to expect miracles because they always happen. I said, I believe that too, ma'am. I really do.
Cue the music.
Right.
Those 90s music, like.
Yes, exactly. I'm like,
Oh,
and she was
yeah.
so old. I thought about saying, I have a podcast and it's called Keep It, but I'm like, she probably don't even know what a podcast is. Now we're getting into a whole other conversation. Like,
Uh-huh.
all I said was, I believe that too, ma'am, and wrapped it up. I was like, wow. And she stopped talking. She stopped talking after that.
Wow. Yeah, that I mean, look, she was an angel. Okay, she was being used to
I
deliver that
know.
message after our conversation yesterday. That is crazy. Like that's a moment that would be in a TV show at the final episode. Like, should we keep going with this? Should we do this?
I know.
And you always say that. You always say when every time you pray, every time you ask for something, make it clear. You always say, make it so that I can understand.
Yes.
And that's exactly what that was.
Yes. I was not expecting her to say she found a business card I'm
Mhm.
thinking that she's going to tell me about a cat rescue or something. Like you found a business card years ago and you keep it on your refrigerator and it says expect miracles. Oh, okay.
Ran dumb.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Right, exactly. So I'm very, very happy for what's to come. Thanking God for that angel or that
Mhm.
witch, because this is witchy shit that he
Right.
sent, that he sent to
Yeah.
encourage us. I called Jessica. Jessica's at work. So I don't call Jessica during the day because I know she's working
Mm-mm.
and I know her time, is limited as far as like eating lunch and stuff. And so I don't want to take up her time. So I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta call her. I have to call Jessica. This is crazy. Guess what this girl said? This what this lady said. Like, what? Yeah, so I'm very grateful. Thank you, God, for sending that message. So
That
we
is
have work to do,
crazy.
Jessica. We have work to
I
do.
know. I know. And that's just another example of how, learning God more
Hmm.
so, like,
Hmm.
oh, you mean I can't get comfortable. Just be ready for anything because anything can come out of anywhere at any time.
Hmm.
Miracles can happen anytime.
Hmm. Exactly.
Like she said. And I think it's important for everyone to know too that you are the creator of that name. Like that came to you. And I was like, that's actually real perfect.
Hmm. I know.
That
I
is
know. It was dropped. It was gifted to me
mhm,
from the heavens. It really was.
mhm,
So I'm very, very grateful that we even have the show, that we manifested it. Oh gosh, yeah, that we manifested. Sorry, that we manifested it, and that this is a real thing that can actually happen. That we can meet our goals.
mhm,
We can speak things into our lives. We can call in clarity. We can call in
mhm,
abundance. It's already here. We have resources. We can ask for more and expect them to come
mhm.
because we expect miracles. And that actually gave me an idea for like content for the new season. So I'm excited. I'm
Good,
excited. Yes.
good.
But yeah, that concludes our season. Thank you guys for listening. I'm so
Yeah.
happy that I'm here with you, Jessica. I'm happy that we can do this, and follow us on Instagram at Keep Expecting Miracles Pod. Email us at keepexpectingmiracles at gmail.com. Your manifestation stories, or if you want to be on our show.
Mhm.
Also, follow us on you, subscribe to us on YouTube at Keep Expecting Miracles so you can watch this awesome video component that we have. But until next time, guys,
Yes. Bye.
bye bye.